What's going on, guys? It's KP here to talk about the Mayweather-Cotto fight as well as the Shane Mosley-Canelo-Alvarez fight. First, we'll start off with the Mosley-Alvarez fight because I really don't have much to say about that fight. Alvarez looked pretty much like I thought he was going to look, phenomenal. Shane Mosley, good God. I mean, okay, I'll give him this. He took some big shots, but I mean, you don't win points by taking big shots. Canelo looked great punches to the body, some devastating left hooks to the body. I saw that really impressed me. Needs to step up the competition though. I actually think that at 154, Cotto and Alvarez will be a pretty good fight, but that's besides the point. He'll probably wind up fighting another over-the-hill guy or something like that next. I think the promoters are trying to keep him on a winning streak right now until Mayweather and Pacquiao kind of get out of the picture because they want him to be the next big star. He definitely has the talent, though. Props to Canelo. Great performance. I figured he would probably stop Shane, but then again, I also figured we were probably going to get the Mosley that fought Pacquiao that just backed away the whole time and fought basically like a coward, to be honest. I mean, he just in that Pacquiao fight, he just didn't want to do anything. He didn't want to get hit. He just wanted to last 12 rounds and get his money. But I mean, I guess he looked a little better in this fight, but then again, he took a lot more punches in this fight too. So take it or leave it. Now on to the main event, Mayweather versus Cotto. Oh, I'll talk about real quick, Vargas and Forbes. That was just one of those fights. I just was ready for it to be over about 2 rounds in. It was boring. You could tell Forbes is just way past it. Vargas didn't look dominating or anything like that, to be completely honest. He kind of just looked like he was in control, but it wasn't an impressive performance at all. I wanted the fight to end. It was boring. And I usually don't say that about a boxing match, but it was pretty boring. I mean, after about the third or fourth round, you knew what was going to happen. It's like, well, Vargas is going to win probably every round, but he's not going to knock Forbes out because Forbes is a cagey old fighter. So you had basically a jab fest by Jesse Vargas, and that was it. Not impressed in the least. I think if Vargas fights someone higher caliber opposition, he'll get the shit beat out of him. So, anyways, on to the Mayweather-Cotto fight. Okay, first off, my scorecard was 118-110 for Mayweather. I barely gave 2 rounds to Cotto. Now, the 8th round, I definitely gave to Cotto. He won the 8th round big. I'll go ahead and say it. Mayweather it looked like he was taking a rest or something. I mean, Cotto he won the round. There's no way you could not give Cotto the 8th round. Maybe the 3rd or 4th round I gave Cotto, but when I was scoring it live, I couldn't hear the commentators. Me and some buddies actually went to Hooters to try to watch the fight, and of course we wound up getting there late, and all the seats are packed, so we had to watch it outside through the window with a whole bunch of other people. So you really can't hear what's going on, and it wasn't the best vision. The first time I scored it 11-1 Mayweather. Gave the 8th round to Cotto that time still. Went back, rescored it. I think I gave the 3rd or 4th round to Cotto. But other than that, I mean, everyone's like, it was a close fight. It was a razor close fight. And I don't think so at all. I think the first 4 rounds were a complete wipeout for Mayweather. I mean, he was just defensively sharp. Cotto was throwing a lot, but he wasn't landing a lot. He was just charging in, mostly landing jabs. No effective left hooks. Just like I said, Mayweather took his left hand away. The right hand's nothing effective, and Mayweather was crisp. You can say what you want, everyone. I've also heard Mayweather's getting older, he's slowing down. That may be true, but you also have to take into account those were 10-ounce gloves. Those weren't 8-ounce gloves. 2 ounces may not sound like a lot, but if you've ever had a chance to hit a bag or something with 10-ounce gloves and then hit it with 8-ounce gloves, there's a huge difference. And they did it for 12 rounds, so there you go. Of course, you're going to look a little bit slower. Plus, I expected this fight to be closer than it was. Actually, I figured Cotto may be like 8 rounds to 4 Mayweather. I figured Cotto may have more success than he did, but Mayweather just shut him down. The first 4 rounds, I mean, here, I'll tell you what, guys. Hold on, I'll pull up my scorecard I had on my phone, and this was my live scorecard. I gave the first first 4 rounds I gave to Mayweather. Clean sweep. Gave the fifth to Cotto. Gave 6 and 7 to Mayweather, 8 to Cotto, and then 9 through 12 all to Mayweather. The middle part of the fight is where you could give some rounds to Cotto. First 4 rounds, hell no. Last 4 rounds, hell no. Mayweather dominated the last 4 rounds. Honestly, the Cotto supporters sitting here saying it was close. I think Mayweather could have made that a much easier fight than he did. Everyone's like, oh, he doesn't have any legs anymore. Watch the last 4 rounds of that fight. The last 4 rounds where you're supposed to be tired, he was on his legs, dancing around, hands by his knees, and pot-shotting the ever-living hell out of Cotto. He had that fight way in control, probably after the second round. I think he took it easy in the middle rounds and rested up a little bit, and then took his, and stole away with it in the last 4 rounds. Just put his foot on the gas, stepped up his game, and was like, okay, you know what? We've had our little scuffle. We've been in close fighting. We've been slugging. Now I'm just gonna box your socks off. And I think that's what he did. The last 4 rounds were pretty convincing that Mayweather had the fight. Was it a fun fight to watch? Yes. And for the most part, you can't usually say that about a Mayweather fight for the average fan. Everyone that we were there with said that they liked the fight. Usually like, oh, he fights boring. But that was actually a pretty fun fight to watch. I mean, I like watching Mayweather fight simply because he dissects his opponents and it's brilliant stuff. Technically it was Saturday night because now it's Monday, but Saturday night, I mean, he put on a great performance, guys. I mean, Cotto came to fight. Cotto gave him a tough fight, I'll give him that, but Mayweather just always had the upper hand. Cotto, and you got to remember, guys, Cotto is a really good fighter. He's the best one at 154 unless Martinez is there, but Martinez is at middleweight right now, so you have to count. I think Cotto is better than Alvarez just because of experience. Mayweather, he put on a clinic, just like he usually does. What do I think of a Mayweather-Pacquiao fight after seeing this? A lot of people are going to say, well, Pacquiao knocked Cotto out in 12. Pacquiao's a different fighter from Floyd Mayweather, guys. They're two completely different styles. Mayweather is not going to throw 5 or 6 punch combinations like Pacquiao is. He's gonna use his defense and use his counterpunching. Pacquiao just uses pure aggression and hand speed and pretty good power. It's two completely different styles. If you want to bring up that Pacquiao did better, I'll bring up this argument. Pacquiao also fought Cotto at a catchweight 145, and Cotto looked pretty weight drained to me. Just saying. Do I think Pacquiao would beat Cotto at 154? Yes, I do. Do I think he would do it as dominantly as he did at 145? No, I do not. I think it would be a much closer fight at 154, but I still would think Pacquiao would beat Cotto. Mayweather fought Cotto at his weight, 154. Mayweather, I think, actually lost weight after he weighed in or something. Like, he wasn't even but like 148 pounds. I mean, it was a good performance, guys. There's nothing for me to criticize. Of course he's getting older. Of course he's going to slow down a tad bit. He still looked pretty fast to me. If he fights Pacquiao, I'm still going with the same prediction. Mayweather by unanimous decision or possible late stoppage. What do I think about Mayweather versus Alvarez? That's iffy. Simply because Alvarez is a much bigger fighter than Mayweather, weight-wise. Mayweather, he's probably got like 20 pounds on Mayweather when they step in the ring, and really good punching power. I mean, and he's young, he's got a good chin. If that fight were to be announced, I would probably pick Mayweather, but that's definitely a fight that I think he would definitely have some problems in. I mean, Alvarez is a young lion, guys. He's going to be good. Um, what do I think Cotto could beat Alvarez? Possibly, yes. I think Cotto and Alvarez will be a really good fight. Actually, I hope they. I kind of hope they make that fight. Um, Cotto fought his heart out against Mayweather. He gave a great performance, but Mayweather is just on that. Cotto's on a high level. Mayweather's on an ultra high level. Like Pacquiao is on an ultra high level. Martinez is on an ultra high level. They're just that next step above good fighters. They're great fighters. And you see that. Just watch the ninth through the 12th rounds of Mayweather-Cotto, and you'll see that he's just in a different class, guys. It's no knock on Cotto. He's just in a different class. Um, but let me know what you guys think. I thought it was a good a good fight card besides the Jesse Vargas fight. That one, I mean, just there's nothing there for me to go off of. I mean, seriously, Steve Forbes. Steve Forbes is a cagey guy, but he just hasn't had many good victories in the last few years. Um, Let me know what you guys think, and I will talk to you guys later. Peace.